There is growing speculation that you intend to make an intervention in the 26th County General Election campaign. Can you tell us anything about it?
Well, I have decided to put my name forward in County Louth. I've done so after a lot of heart searching. I've done so because I believe that everybody has to make a stand. I've been saying that to people. I'm in Dublin now. I met people this morning. I met people yesterday just in the street. People are actually in distress. And I'm a Republican. I believe in Republican values. I believe we need a revival of genuine Republican principles. We need common sense, practical ways to go forward. We have a very good team here. We have a very good team in Leinster House. We are the people, for example, Maurice Quinlivan put Willie O'D into the back benches, and Pearse Doherty forced the government to have a by-election which they didn't want to have. So I want to make a stand. I want to make a contribution to all of this. I think I have a part to play, and I think all of us need to stand up and be counted and come forward with people, citizen-centred policies. And we're good people. We have a great country. It's the government and the elites who are making a complete mess of it.
Why have you taken the decision now?
Well, I have consulted and talked and thought about this for some time. I couldn't do it before this. Just the pressures and the priorities and the imperative of the peace process. And remember what our party have been involved in. Remember that we're the party that carved out an agreement with Ian Paisley. We're a party which brought about cessations. We're a party which brought about, with others, the Good Friday Agreement. And that still needs to be worked at. And I intend to still work on all of those issues. But now, for the first time ever in the history of partition, we have an assembly based upon the All-Ireland infrastructure and under the leadership of Mark McGuinness and Peter Robinson. We have an assembly coming to the completion of a complete term. So while we still need to press on nationally and we still need to press ahead with all the United Ireland necessities, I think I can now take on this responsibility if people vote for me, because we can't take the electorate for granted.
We're weeks out from what is obviously going to be a devastating budget for people in the country. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, the Labour, they've all signed up to the consensus for cuts. What can Sinn Féin bring different to this debate? What can they offer?
Practical, common sense policies which recognise the seriousness of the economic situation, which isn't pie in the sky and isn't living in a silly place, which knows that we have to end the deficit, but we have to do it in a fair and decent way. We have to do it in a way which recognises that citizens, the people, I use the term people are in distress. The government is robbing the health services to pay the banks. People could take pain, and some people actually would find it very difficult to bear the burden, but they would be prepared in a great national revival to do all of that, but not to bail out the banks, not to bail out NAMA, not to pay those in elite places huge salaries that the ordinary working person could only dream about. So, the proposals we're coming forward with, apart from anything else, and people can argue about the merits of the proposals, but we're saying TDs take a cut of 20%, ministers take a cut of 40%, people in high places in the civil servant cap it at 100,000, people who have over £1 million of assets, leaving aside working farmland, do a wealth tax, pay 1%, even if it's only until we come out of this crisis. And don't be punishing any more middle and lower income families, or those who are aged, or those who are infirm, or those who are trying to take kids. All those people in the dole. And apart from the ethics of it, and apart from the fact that it's wrong, it's just totally and absolutely wrong, and the exact opposite to what a republic should be about, it also doesn't make economic sense. You cannot cut your way out of a recession. This tack that the government's on, that Labour's on, that Fine Gael's on, to get all of this done in 4 years, is an expression of an ideological position. It isn't practical. We're saying you can't do it in that time. Do it over a longer period, but do it by growing the economy. Do it by retaining jobs. the 35 million that they're lined up to give NAMA, what would happen if we put that into job stimulation packages? What would happen if we put that into building schools, building hospitals, building infrastructure? If we went out to all of those people in middle and small businesses who want to provide employment for their neighbours but who can't do it because the banks don't give them credit, what would happen if we injected that money into our own economy? So our proposals are about building on what's best within us as a people. And the Irish people are no mean people, and we need leadership. And in my humble way, I want to play my part in all of that.
So where does it go from here, Jeremy? What would you say? How would you speak to people? What would you say to people if they are very disillusioned with the body politic, who probably not inclined to vote in the upcoming election? What would you say to people about them coming out to vote? Why should they participate in the next general election? It's obviously only months away.
In every single struggle for progress in which elections played a part, whether it was in the USA in the 60s, people were actually killed trying to register African Americans to vote. In the great move forward in South Africa after apartheid was ended, people lined up queued for days, walked hundreds of miles in some cases to get to polling stations. In the north, we built a whole consensus for poor, deprived, and sometimes not so deprived nationalists to come in and be registered to vote and to vote. So use your vote. Get out and vote. And while I understand why people are really annoyed at politicians, be discerning. If you don't vote, and the reason why they're taking these political choices, they're taking political choices which favour those who have the most political power. So there's only one way to counter that. That's to get political power. So they will devastate lower and middle income families because they know they're pissed off. They will ignore youth unemployed. They will ignore elderly people or the aged and the infirm and those who are in rural areas. So get yourself registered and use your vote, and use your vote wisely.
Sinn Féin have been calling on people to come out onto the streets to campaign, to stand up to this government, and I understand you have a rally at the end of this month, or at the start of next month, that you're calling on people to come to the streets. What's that all about?
Well, the rally's on the eve almost of the budget. It's on the 4th of December. It's in Dublin. And it's about just standing up and saying there's a better way to do this. The way the government is doing it is both ethically and morally and politically wrong, and it doesn't make economic sense. So let us who have a better way stand up. And this is bigger than Sinn Féin. This is bigger than Gerry Adams. This isn't about Gerry Adams sailing into County Louth or Sinn Féin trying to contest with these big parties. It's going to take a good while to turn all of this around. But this is about making a decision. It's about making a political choice now. I believe there's a better way forward. I think a lot of other people out there know that things should not be as they are. So let's all stand together and send this government packing and build an alternative way forward.
Do you have a message for the people of County Louth? Obviously you're seeking the nomination of your party in the first instance, but do you have a particular message for the people of County Louth and why they should support Sinn Féin and you?
Well, Arthur Morgan, the outgoing TD, I think is recognised by all sides as a remarkably good representative for that county and a remarkably good representative for our party. And I want to thank Arthur for all his work. I know Arthur. I met Arthur a long time ago in the H blocks of Long Kesh. I know him well. I've trumped the coolies with him, and I know Marion, and I want to thank both of them and the Morgan family for all of their work over a very long time. And Arthur's going to continue to work with us in all of these matters. And I never take the electorate for granted. I'm from West Belfast. I'm a Belfast man. I represent at this point the people of West Belfast. I've never taken them for granted, and I don't take the people of Louth for granted. It's in their hands. They can make a stand for Ireland. They can make a stand for themselves and for all the things that need corrected in the county of Louth. And I'd be very, very honoured if they were to choose me in due course as their TD.